Today we're going to be talking about B grade Nikes and Jordans. We're going to go over if they're real, if they're fake, what you think about it, is it okay to collect them? I got a bunch of different questions. I got some different answers from people and I'm excited to share the results with you guys and then obviously educate you and help you understand the difference between an authentic and a B grade. All right, let's get it. Welcome back to the channel. What's up with you guys? How you doing? How you been? If you did not know by now, my name is DJ and this is The DNA Show. Now, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, join the family, join the squad, and smash the like button because that helps the algorithm oh so much. And with all that being said, we need to talk about B grades, bro, because a lot of people have some misconceptions about this shoe, and I want to clear it all up for you guys today. So I went to Instagram and I asked my followers 3 questions. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on IG so that way you can participate in the polls as well. The first question was, are B grade Nikes and Jordans considered to be fake? The second question was, is it okay to rock or collect B grades? And the third and final question was, is this band 1 fire or trash? Stick around to the end of the video to see what the results are. You're gonna be really shocked. So first off, let me explain what a B grade is. A B grade is a sneaker that has a defect to it in some type of way and quality control did not pass it and allow it to be sold to the public because they didn't think that it met the standard of what they wanted for their product at the retail price. So when the shoe is being manufactured, they could have a potential mess up. They could put too much glue on it or misstitch the pattern or miss the laces or have something wrong with it or there's a scuff on the side of the foot or whatever it may be. There could be some small blemishes that sometimes you can never even tell, and then sometimes there's huge things that's like, I can definitely tell this is a B grade shoe because the pattern of the shoe is a little bit off and it's kind of lopsided or the outsole was put on incorrectly or something like that. But there are so many different reasons as to why quality control will not allow it to pass. So for example, say Nike wants to make 100,000 pairs of a sneaker and they have 10,000 pairs were messed up. That's a huge problem. They don't want to have 10,000 pairs messed up. They don't want to just trash them and throw them away. So what were they going to do? They're going to put them at stores like Ross and Nike outlets and different things like that and sell the sneaker at a discounted rate so that way they can still make some money off of the shoe and not just take a complete loss. So when it comes to finding B grade sneakers, again, like I just said, Ross, Nike, Marshalls, different places like that are where you're going to be able to find the good licks on a B grade shoe. Sometimes B grades even have the entire box, all the laces, and they look like there's nothing wrong with the shoe. And then there can be other times where they have a replacement box with a different tag and the shoe may look like there's something wrong or there's like a glue stain on it or a misstitch pattern, but you can't really tell too much and you can get away with it and you'd be like, okay, that's cool. I just basically got the same exact shoe for a discounted rate. Can't be mad at it. So for example, we have the cap and gown Air Jordan 13 right here, and this is a B grade shoe. It comes in a different box with the Nike lid and obviously a Nike box that you typically get for any other Nike shoe, not a Jordan brand sneaker like you would get with the black box with the Jumpman on it and different things like that. So that's already one thing that is noticeable about a B grade compared to a regular retro that released to the public for retail. The next thing to look for is the stamp on the box where it says cosmetic seconds. That's initial telltale right there. This is a B grade. So if you look at the tag on the box right here, Air Jordan Retro 13, and it has the same type of tag that you would typically get on an Air Jordan box, but they put that on this box to let you know this is a shoe that it is a Jordan, but we're putting it in this box because it's a secondary one. We don't really feel like producing the real box that you need because we already know this shoe has a defect. So when I open the box right here, as you can see, we have an Air Jordan Retro 13 in all black. When you take a first glance at this shoe, honestly, it's hard to see any defects and it looks actually really good. But for some reason, Nike decided to make this a B grade and not release it to the public like they would the retail version. So let's figure out why. So looking at the outsole, it looks pretty good. Working my way up to the midsole, things are looking good. There's a small patch of glue, just a little bit right here by the toe area. And honestly, that's about the only thing that is wrong with this shoe. So you can literally buy this shoe at a discounted rate because it has a little glue stain right here on the shoe, which you can see right there in the detailed shot. And I think when you're wearing it, nobody's even gonna notice. Another huge thing to note is when you look inside of the size tag right here, there's a B stamp in red on the inside of the size tag right here. You're gonna see that at Nike outlets, at Ross. Whenever a shoe is considered to be a B grade, it's always gonna have that stamp with a B inside of it on the shoe. Sometimes it may be in red and sometimes it may be a blue stamp, but either way, it's always gonna be on the size tag inside that shoe. So overall, this shoe may be decreased in value because it's considered a B grade, but at the end of the day, you could still resell it for money and still be able to make a profit on a sneaker like this, especially when you see a small defect that that's really barely noticeable. And honestly, it's only on one foot. It's not even on the left foot, it's only on the right side. So really finding something like this is always a good deal in my opinion. So just like you saw right there on those 13s, you can see that it had a different box, and yes, it has a glue stain, but essentially you're getting a great deal on a shoe that nobody's really gonna know when you're wearing it on your feet. And I think that springs up the next one right here. This shoe is called the Air Jordan 1 Band. As you can see, it has a special box with the X on here. It has the what if with the price tag. I got these for $109.99. They originally wanted these to be sold for $125 at the suggested retail price, but they didn't even do that, and they discounted them even more because they had a defect on each and every shoe from the entire batch. So this shoe right here actually never came out to the public at like a Foot Locker or a Champs or East Bay or something like that, or even Nike.com. It only released at Nike outlets, and there was actually basically like a release for it because when people found out, they ended up doing a launch for it at the stores. So me personally, when this shoe came out, I knew it was a diamond in the rough, and that's one thing that I love about shopping for B grades and different outlet finds, because you can find some great shoes for a really good deal. So I just want to open this up and show you guys this shoe right here. I bought over 20 pairs of these at the factory store, and each and every single shoe had a defect to it. But what I did was I had picked up multiple size 13s, and all I did was pick out the best two shoes left and right. So when I had bought these from the store, I bought all of the pairs in the size 13. I picked out the best two, and then I kept these in my collection because I know this was the best looking one of those versions. But one thing that they did have a problem with when it came to these was the stitch on the leather, and then the cut of the leather and the placement of it. Also, there was fading on the leather as well. And then there was some other problems with promo and different things like that, but they just could never get it right when it came to this shoe. So some people have some terrible versions of this sneaker, and other people have some really nice looking versions like this one as well. But at the same time, $110 for a shoe that is now worth roughly $2,000. You see what I'm saying? You can definitely get a good sneaker at a Ross or an outlet or something like that that's super exclusive, super rare. Sometimes even like a sample type sneaker, they have shoes like that. So never underestimate B grades. Again, just to reiterate, B grades are not fake shoes. They are a shoe with a defect that came directly from Nike and is even sold at a Nike outlet store. Again, B grades are not fakes. So, like I asked with the questions earlier, let's get into the results and see what other people think and what other people say, because I think you might be shocked by these results. So the first question, are B grade Jordans and Nikes fake? 26% of the people said yes. Honestly, I think that is a problem. They are not fake. They just have a defect, and I already explained all that stuff to you. So I think that negative stigma right there that already gets put on it, and people thinking that they're fake, I hope that they understand by the end of this video that it is okay to get B grades, and they are authentic and they are legit. The only thing is they have a small defect. So the next question, is it okay to rock or collect B grades? And honestly, I think yes, it is okay. But this is what the people said. 19% of the people said no, 81% said yes. The same 19% of the people that said B grades were fake in the last poll also said that it's not okay to buy them, rock them, or collect them. So they think that it's not okay to do it because they're fake, but realistically, they're not fake. So people are missing out on great deals because they have a wrong mindset on a shoe that is actually authentic, just with a defect. So this next one is very funny. I literally took the band one and I said, is this shoe fire or is this shoe trash? And it is hilarious what the results say, because 93% of the people said fire and 7% of the people said trash. All those people that were literally just saying it's not okay and they're fakes and all these different things just contradicted themselves, and now they're talking about, oh, this shoe is fire, this shoe is dope. But you just said it's not okay. So people have to understand that sometimes people just don't get it. And I hope this video helps people get it, because I hear a lot of people out there that are confused and don't understand that and talk bad about people that buy B grades and that maybe that's only they can afford. But it's the same thing. It's okay. And I just want to keep reiterating that it is okay to rock, collect, have B grades in your collection. So what do you guys think about the results? Drop a comment down below. I'm excited to hear what you have to say, because to me it is hilarious how they say, oh, it's bad to have B grades or B grades are fake, but then when I pull up a shoe like this, oh, it's a grail, and all those different things. So I think you should pick sides and go with the right answer and say yes, it's okay to collect B grades or have them in your collection, and yes, they are real, and yes, these are dope. don't just be like, oh, it's bad. Try to create a negative stigma to this shoe or to a B grade, not knowing that they are authentic. Everything is great. They just had a small defect to the shoe. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a pretty good time seeing the results, just kind of laughing and seeing that the same exact people that voted, oh, this is bad, literally hyped up the Band 1s and were taking time to DM me to tell me how dope the Band 1 was, but then negative vibes when it came to not having B grades or B grades were fake. Bro, these are B grades. Like, what do you not get? So anyways, that's my time. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I got to go. I'm gone. Peace.